back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Manjari and I post videos 3 times a week about a variety of topics, but lately I've been focusing on things that better my life in a way that you guys can get value from it as well. So the last week I started to show gratitude. Before I get started on my experience of showing gratitude for a week, although I'm actually continuing it, so I would love to do a follow-up on that. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would love for you guys to join this community. I post 3 times a week, so you're gonna get lots of great content. And also, give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm so that this can help as many people as possible. So before we continue, I wanted to quickly talk about Skillshare. They're not sponsoring today's video by any means, but a lot of what they offer does relate to what this video is about, so I definitely wanted to mention it before I continue. So if you use my link in the description box, you can get 2 free months, and for every person that clicks, I get a free month, which is awesome because they're a little bit expensive, but I think they would definitely be worth it if you were considering going past the free trial. But I would definitely recommend at least trying the free trial. Basically, you can learn a variety of skills, exactly what the name says. So they have classes on productivity, they have classes on management and how to edit, and personally the ones I've done is I'm basically trying to become fluent in French again, so I'm definitely using classes for that. And there are other classes as well. They have so many classes on productivity, how to make habits last, how to edit using a variety of software including iMovie, Final Cut Pro, Adobe Premiere. Basically, your world is unlimited. You can try so many different things. So I would definitely recommend at least trying the 2 free months. You can cancel it as soon or whenever you want. But I found myself using it more and more as the end of my personally free trial was ending, and I have no regrets. I love it. So yeah, definitely try it out. Just use my link in the description box so that I can also get a free month because yeah, I love free stuff and I'm sure you guys do. That's all. You guys can also DM me on Instagram. I love to respond to you guys. Oh, sorry, one more thing. I have a podcast. Any of the episodes are free to listen to and all the proceeds go to BLM. Sorry, that's it. I'm looking down because I have very intense notes because I have a lot to say. So today is June 21st and the first day I did this was June 12th. So it has been more than a week, but I think a week of experience has been enough to teach me quite a bit. According to my latest read, The Happiness Hypothesis, and giving back to others can lead to increased happiness. Unlike when we help ourselves or try to better ourselves or buy things for ourselves. It's been an increasingly popular trend to have a gratitude journal. I decided to do an extreme version of this. Most people will write 2 or 3 things they are grateful for in a day. I wrote 2 full pages. And that required me writing between 20 and 30 things that I am grateful for. So what I did was I wrote the date at the top of the page, and throughout the day I just keep adding things I was grateful for until I finished 2.5 pages. Sorry, until I finished 2 pages. As for the actual experience, I found myself repeating things a lot. If I go back and see things, I find myself writing similar things on similar days, if not the same. For example, I have eczema on my head and I'm going through the process of healing it, and I can see the first thing I wrote on the first page is that I am thankful for being able to afford my eczema medication. Later on, I see myself being thankful for the fact that my eczema medication is working, and I have talked about being happy that my eczema is healing up multiple times. I don't think repeating is necessarily a bad thing, but seeing as I'm writing a lot for each day, it might get a little bit repetitive. I, on a daily basis, have been thankful for my friends. I mentioned 2 of my new friends who have come into my life multiple times, pretty much every day for that matter. And I tend to be thankful for specific things that happen on those days, but keep in mind that I live a very boring life as of now, so if I don't go anywhere, if nothing eventful happened in terms of me not going to my internship or me not going to work or me not having school, then it tends to be a very similar experience as other days that kind of just blend in to each other. I usually start off writing throughout the day, so I kind of just grab this wherever I go. So I'll be writing things I'm thankful for as soon as I'm done scripting, which if you don't know what scripting is, that is a law of attraction practice, but I don't want to talk about that in this video, so if you're interested I can do a video about that. But I also wanted to mention that sometimes I tried a little bit of exaggeration as a form of scripting. So scripting is, I said I wouldn't explain it, but I kind of have to know. Scripting is when you talk about what you want in your life by acting and feeling like you already have it. So I would use a little bit of an exaggerated form. For example, my eczema has not completely healed and it does have a bit of a way, although, oh, just feeling it, it actually feels like it really has healed. Nice. But I would say things, especially on the first days of trying the medicine, like, I'm so happy that it's healing so fast, things like that, where it was happening, but it is impossible to gauge like speed or anything, so I was definitely exaggerating a bit so I could get more benefit. For the first few days, it was really easy to fill stuff up, but by day 4, I found myself having to force myself to write more things and think a little more deeply about things in my life that I was grateful for. I found myself writing less genuine things and more random things, which wasn't necessarily a bad thing for the random, but for the genuine, it was, because I would say I was happy for things that I maybe didn't feel as happy for as I thought. Maybe, like, for example, I said I'm so gracious for a fruit smoothie that I bought, but I don't know, I don't feel that strongly about it, and it seems to make more sense to be grateful and write that I'm grateful for things that I feel really strongly about, or at least feel more affliction for, as opposed to the fruit smoothie one. As for how I felt throughout it, I first wanted to mention that I noticed I was significantly more patient. I normally get very easily upset and snippy and agitated with my parents, especially because I've had to move back in as an adult thanks to the whole current situation. And I found myself, because I had gone out of my way to write about being thankful for having a home and having supportive parents and then moving back home, I found myself not being so rude to my parents and so impatient with them. It definitely made me think twice about what remark I was going to respond to my parents with. Kind of just take a deep breath. And because I was doing it throughout the day, I could remember all the stuff I had written, and I'm like, you know what, they do all of this for me, why can't I just respond in a normal and calm way? Which is something I hadn't really done before. The other thing is, I kind of realized that sometimes I just needed more reasons to be explicitly happy. I'm not saying it's not okay to be mad or upset even if you have everything you want in life, but I find that I'm really hard on myself, or you know, something goes wrong in my life and I kind of feel like everything is going wrong in my life, and it's just like a downward slope when I do that. But if I'm doing this throughout the day, I'm like, I don't really have, like, that might have upset my day a little bit, but that doesn't give me a reason to really feel like my whole day went wrong or let the whole day become spoiled because of that. That was a really bad phrasing, but you get my idea. Like, don't let a small thing ruin the whole day. And showing gratitude really made me stop doing that. By day 5, when I would think of negative things throughout the day, or when my mind kind of went through that all or nothing mentality, it kind of went back to the stuff that I had really thought to be grateful for, because you might always feel grateful for these things that you're writing down. But the fact that you're acknowledging, I suck. I'm a loser. I'm gonna do it the wrong way, so I really am a loser. But explicitly taking the time to think about these things brings these thoughts to the front of your mind. And, you know, they're in the front of your mind along with the negative thoughts, and you can push those negative thoughts back. At least for me, I could. Because when I was feeling a little down on myself and I'm like, man, I don't get anything done, I realized that I remembered in my mind that I was grateful for all the learning opportunities and things I had. Because I had just thanked myself for it, like, not less than an hour ago. All these more positive and grateful thoughts were frequenting my mind more and explicitly as opposed to implicitly, because, like I said, you might feel thankful, but that might just be an implicit thought in the back of your mind, so you don't really think about it as much as you think you do. Anyways, I found myself feeling a lot more grateful throughout the day. For example, during my meditation, when my mind wanders, I found myself thinking about, like, I'm really glad that I wrote all of what I'm grateful for today, because now I really realized how lucky I am to have this internship and how lucky I am that I have a car and can drive places and the car works and all that. And just a little more of an explicit feeling, because normally in my mind, at one point when I was meditating, the only thing on my mind would be all the things I have to do and that I'm worried about. And now, because these grateful thoughts are at the front of my mind, I'm thinking about what I'm happy for first. You know, just populating your mind with healthier, happier things and reasons to be happy, as opposed to knowing that you feel these ways, but they're all in the back of your mind, so they're not taking up as much space. That makes all the difference. At least it did for me. So I'm really grateful that I did this, and I'm gonna continue to do this, and I don't know when I'm gonna stop, but not anytime soon. Overall, I am definitely less frustrated and angry and agitated, but I'm happier overall. I find myself feeling happier in terms of, I find myself smiling more. I find myself not getting annoyed at all these small things all the time. And before, I don't know, I would always feel like there's something wrong in life, and it would be a very wrong, like, I would have a very negative feeling about me having something missing in my life. Now I'm like, no, it's just my next goal. It's, you know, it's just the next step in life and I'm gonna get there. So I hope that video was helpful. This was probably one of the best things I've done for myself. So you should definitely try it out. You know, if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. Or if it doesn't work for you the way it did for me, that's cool. You know, you make this work for you. This is about how it can give you benefit. So yeah, I definitely recommend everyone trying this, you know, at least once. And I say that for everything, you know, before you judge a process or a certain thing, give it a full try. And I think everyone should give giving gratitude, especially writing in a gratitude journal, a good try. That is all I have for this video. I genuinely hope all of you guys enjoyed. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. You guys should also subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would mean a lot to me. And I post 3 videos a week, so you guys are gonna get lots of great content. I also have a podcast where I talk about a variety of things, but it's completely free. You can just stream it and all the proceeds from that go to the BLM movement. I also have an Instagram. If you have any questions, you can DM me anytime. I try to respond to them as quickly as possible. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!